Good morning, Libra. Welcome back to Path of Enlightenment Tarot. For those of you returning to the channel, welcome back. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I am Nicole. Libra, this is going to be a reading for September of 2023. This will be for your sun, your moon, your rising, and your Venus. Cross watcher, if that is you, welcome to the channel as well. As you can see, got a little bit of a different setup here. This is temporary, hopefully for, just a little while till I get a few things situated. So we're going to roll like that for now. This, guys, remember that this can be, roles can be reversed. So apply this where it fits. A cross watcher, if you're tuning in as well, thank you for joining me as, always. For those of you who have liked, subscribed, commented, donated to the channel, I appreciate each and every single one of you. For those who have booked personal readings, thank you as well. It is greatly appreciated. So with that, Libra, let's get rolling into your reading. As I was meditating for a few moments, Spirit is saying you need a fresh approach to how you've been doing things. There's a different way around doing things. The old ways, the old systems are no longer working in your favor. And I'm going to be honest with you, I don't even feel like they had been. So it's really taking a look at how things did not work out to the better benefit of you and starting to get rid of those foundations that have been utilized in the past. So I would also say to you too, pay attention to the health and the body at this time too. Don't cause yourself any added stress either. Don't know why I'm getting that, but a lot of health stuff has been coming up whenever it relates to me doing these readings. So just be mindful of that. So, all right, let's see, Libra. Let's see what's going on for you in the month of September. They're also speaking about organization. So align and reassess. There you go. Like talking about, getting rid of the things that are not working for you, to reassess how you have done things and just your situations. In Spirit is saying your familial situations as well. So alignment, it's getting in line with your higher self and what it is that Spirit is asking you to do at this time. So Spirit for Libra, break free. Yeah, see, it's time to let go of, Spirit is saying negative thought patterns as well. So the way the messages have been coming in this morning have been weird. I started Aries video and then I just stopped because it was weird energy. And we're seeing that. As the veil is thinning, there's more of an awareness. Things are just coming through in a very different fashion right now. And I'm like, whoa, what is this, right? So break free. You are being asked to break free from the tribe in order to live your authentic life. This isn't easy, but it's very necessary if you're going to share your true self with others. Be brave, be real, be you, and trust that those who love you will always be there for you. Spirit is talking about maternal instinct too. I would say be mindful of those around you with that maternal instinct. Are they serving you or are they enabling you? Is also what I'm hearing from Spirit. So it's like, I kind of feel like in the past you have hung on to an idea of control or the way you're maintaining things. And again, this could be the roles, could be reverse Libra, but also remember that we are in that north and south node of Aries and Libra. There's going to be a lot of stuff that comes through in the next 18 months. We're going to be moving into your eclipse seasons and things like that as well. So you may be seeing a lot of what feels like upheaval in your world and things that they feel uncomfortable to you because they're requiring you to take a different approach. So, it's asking you to let go of those things in your life. Whether, again, I always say people, places, situations, whatever it is for you, things. So what else for Libra, please, Spirit, in the month of September? Spirit was saying, harnessing the true you, and then surrender comes out. You're being asked, here, I just said this. You're being asked to let go of your need to control each part of your life and surrender to the universe. Control is an illusion, and it's exhausting to try to hold on to it. Let it go and allow yourself to enjoy the relief that comes from doing so. It's time to break free of these outdated conditioning patterns and thoughts and other people's opinions is what Spirit is saying as well. It's time to release, and it's like live and let live. Who cares who's doing what? Who cares how it's being done? It is time to release this aspect. In Libra, you sit with Venus energy there, the Empress too. You are the creator of new things. You are the creator of new life, of the heart space, right? It's time to let go of those things that are not serving you to open up in a loving, compassionate way. Understand, and this to me, with that break free and surrender, when we talk about the need of control, that is the ego. That is the ego speaking. That is the ego trying to come through. It's time to detach from that. It's time to let go. It's time to sit with ego. It's time to address it for what it truly is, and ask yourself, you know, at the end of the day, is this working out? You know, am I trying to control everything around me because I'm afraid of any additional outcome that I'm not familiar with? And that's what the ego does. Check in. When you think about whatever it is that you're pondering, take a moment to check in with how you feel about it. Do you feel lighter or heavier? Excited or filled with dread? Pay attention to your inner guidance. It's so helpful. Libra, I do feel like you are on a very ground your energy. You know, it makes me think about, you know, you ever hear of the whole idea, like it's 555, by the way, on the clock, that when we take a look at certain things, and like say you receive a message and someone's trying to argue with you, or you feel triggered by somebody's words or something to that effect, that, you know, if you're going to type out a response or email a response, they tell you to, you know, type it out, let it sit for an hour or two, come back to it and see if you feel the same way. Do you sound like a complete and utter idiot? Do you sound like an asshole? Are you coming from a loving space? Like, what is it? And this check-in is like, the way I feel about this check-in intuitively is it's asking you to slow down, to create a moment of surrender to your thoughts, and just go, I'm not going to let my thoughts overrule me. I'm not going to let control overrule me. I'm not going to let the ego overrule me. I'm going to pay attention to how these things and situations are making me feel, and if I'm going to feel the same way, or am I hurt? 654, again, I don't know why I keep looking at the clock, but I do. Timing could be a situation too. So just be aware that your inner guidance is trying, it's almost like, you know, when it's upsetting to you is what Spirit is giving me. You know when it's upsetting to you. You know when you're getting frustrated. You know when you're getting mad. You know when you're losing your patience. Spirit is asking you to sit with that and understand where that is coming from and why. So very, very important message there. So, all right, let's see what else goes along with this, Libra, for September. Inspiring others. I help others feel empowered by acknowledging their gifts. There is a need. You know, these are the mantra cards, right? It's like a shift in perspective is how this feels, that it's time to start to acknowledge the positives of the others around you rather than the negatives. Spirit is saying to release that fear and judgment. It's like, don't be so damn critical of other people around you. When you are stepping into a vibrant space, you're also giving somebody else the space to be their best self as well. That's what we're here for, right? A loving environment to teach, to cause those major ripple effects, to, you know, to outshine the darkness that, you know, we all sit in all over the place, right? There's darkness everywhere. Be the lighter part of the light. It's okay to step into the light. Being in the light is not going to create more upheaval. It might take things out of your life, but it's not going to put you in a situation that is not for your betterment at the end of the day. So it's like, you know, you may also be dealing with people around you. When you look at the toxic patterns and the control and the need to break free and surrender and check in with yourself, are you letting out, and I feel like, Libra, I know I did your video not long ago for August, but this is kind of, I feel like, if I remember right, a repeat to some extent. So this may be something that you're starting to toy with. Something may be coming in to push you into this breaking free and surrendering. But take a look at the people around you. If they are upholding negative patterns, if they've always been negatives. 909, by the way. Again, I don't know why I keep looking up there, but I do. But it's time to let them go. Let them, you know, let them be as they are. Do their words come in? Do their actions come in and get you riled up and upset? Or are they actually coming in and creating some kind of peace and balance? So, embodying my soul, talking about that checking in, it's checking in with yourself. I have a right to be excited. To me, embodying my soul is allowing Spirit to come through, allowing Spirit to you know, to address the inner parts of you. So it's like, I feel like, you know, we have this encountering conflict. Libra, it is like the internal fight and struggle with the self, the ego, has been coming out so much as I'm trying to get these readings done. And the ego is, it feels like the ego is causing mass confusion through these retrogrades. And that is creating things to feel bumpy and off-kiltered, and it's like you're being pushed. It's a very pushy energy from the universe, but again, for your higher good at the end of the day, that they're pushing you to something beyond what you can see or what you have seen, and that in itself makes it feel very rocky, makes it feel uncomfortable, but it's necessary. Spirit is trying to get you to wake up. Spirit is trying to get you to open up. Spirit is trying to get you to understand various things in your life. So let's see here. You know, the need to ground your energy if you're feeling out of sorts, if, you know, trying to let go of control is stopping you, I guess, from making forward movement. There's a need to ground yourself in that time. When I also said about the fact, you know, like if you going to respond, sit with that response before you actually send it or reply. The need to respond and not react to situations. Take that time to ground yourself. Take that time to bring yourself back to center before you go making quick movement on anything. All right, Spirit, what does Libra need to know? Past energy, please, for Libra. Walking away. It's in the sideways position. There is a very innate knowing when it comes out with that breaking free. There is an innate knowing within you that it is time to let go. It is time to release the bonds and the chains of any karmic patterns or situations, people that have held space, or situations even that have held space in your life. When you surrender, you raise that white flag, the sun comes out. You're going to feel uplifted. You're going to feel joy. You're going to find peace in that. You're going to find harmony in what is to come when you let go and just let it be. Very, very important. Just let it be. And then you've got appreciation to check in. I think, Libra, yeah, I was going to say, there you go. You've got financial constraints, attachments, yin and yang. Let go. Let go of the material world. I don't know that this necessarily has to do with your finances per se, but I feel like you're hanging on to something in regards to funds or money or something to that regard. This appreciation is, I don't think you're going to be met with as much bullshit as you think you are if you let go. And this is the ego's desire to win. This is the ego's desire to step into this. And now, again, Libra, you could be dealing with somebody that you feel this is where they're coming from, but I also feel like with that energy, both sides of the situation could be feeling that way. And at some point, somebody's going to have to make a move to break this energy up, to take a different approach, you know, to just doing this differently so that it releases you, so that you can look forward to other things in your life. Because I do feel like, Libra, that Spirit is trying to open you up in a way that you actually get to enjoy life for a change, where it's not so heavy, it's not so hard, it's not so combative, and you get to sit within yourself. And I think the fear attached to that, it's like bittersweet moments of letting go of the old self so that the new self can come in. And it's like reintroducing yourself to you, right? This appreciation comes with some bittersweet sadness, but also realizing that it's not going to be as bad as you think it will be if you could just allow yourself to open up and get out of the idea of the tangible, okay? So let's see here. What is this walking away about for Libra, Spirit, for the month of September? Page of Pentacles in reverse. Nine of Swords in the reverse. The Hierophant. The card of Taurus there. Cancer, the Chariot. There may be an outside force coming in and says, no more. With this breaking free. Like, I feel like, you know, we talk about those tower moments all the time, right? And we will get so many signs, so many synchronicities, so many little situations in our life that make us have to stop and go, you know, this turmoil is being caused, this upheaval, however you perceive it to be, right? That Spirit is trying to redirect your energy. And anytime you hold on to control, you are holding on to, again, those outdated patterns, those outdated beliefs, the things that are not serving of your highest good. And eventually, those tower moments will come in to clear that out for you if you're not willing to do it on your own. Spirit says this is the way that we're going 15 on the clock. That's the devil card, right? You either do it or we're going to make you do it. We're giving you the free will choice to make those decisions. And if you don't make those decisions, then we're going to make those decisions for you in a much harder way. So you're learning the lesson the hard way rather than the easy way. I think, again, it's underlying a little bit, Libra, that Pentacles, so again, the tangible, the materialistic type avenue of things, is you may be putting out more than you need to. You may be making investments into things like you're not. There's the need to break free. You're halfway through the idea of walking away. There's a part of you intuitively that knows that this surrender needs to occur. It is time to let go. It is time to just let go. We talked about those traditions, those beliefs, the Hierophant. Again, there it is. Whether it's your spiritual, whether it's in the physical world, you could be dealing with court systems and legal stuff as well, even though the Justice card isn't here. But ultimately, what it's doing is trying to break you free of stressors and things that are not serving of your highest good. Like, I'm just hearing no more confusion. No more confusion, Libra. There needs to be an end of the confusion. Like, I can hear two people arguing and someone going, we're done, enough. It's almost like watching your kids bicker, right? Like if you've got more than one child, or, you know, you've ever sat there and watched two people going at it, and then finally somebody has just had enough and says, we're done. This is it. This is the final word. Shut up and pay attention. That's how this feels to me. So it's like, it's almost like taking two people and somebody is coming in, and I feel like this is the universe ultimately, putting two people in timeout. You sit and we're done. So, you know, very important energy, Libra. Again, that's like those tower moments of spirit coming in and going, we're not having this. This is not what you're supposed to be doing at this time. Three of Swords with the Three of Wands. You could be, it's learning to put distance between you and your pain. Remember that time heals. Time does help us heal, right? It's not always the way that we perceive it to be or how we would like that healing to occur. But it's like the more you put time and distance between a situation, it's going to give you the ability to start to do some healing work for yourself. There may be a lot of pain. You may be away from somebody that you have attachment to, or something to that, as that attachment sits underneath here with the balance. And the yin and the yang, the masculine, the feminine, right? The highs, the lows, the whites, the darks, the lights, the contrasts, whatever. But it's also like understanding that things are changing, and it's, you need to turn your back in this surrender. You know, turn your back to the pain, heal through the pain, but you cannot live in that pain for a prolonged period of time without really suffering. The World card in the reverse. For Libra in the present, please, Spirit, for September. The Ten of Wands. I just heard from Spirit, you're holding somebody else responsible, trying to hold somebody else accountable. The need for surrender here is the fact that a cycle is refusing to close out, or you could be refusing, or somebody you're dealing with could be refusing to close the cycle out. The need for appropriate communication. I feel like that Three of Wands again, the Eight of Swords, the Five of Swords, the Five of Cups, the Page of Swords. This could be a lot of frustration, a lot of hurt, feeling left out in the cold, despite it not being that way. And what I'll say is I go back to that check-in and that appreciation, that I think that something within you, Libra, has been triggered. Absolutely. And there's a karmic cycle that is doing its damnedest to close out, to show you a new way of living. 1919 on the clock. And it's like, but you also, if you want to get to this space of this sun, it's time to let it go. It's time to just accept your losses. Spirit is saying, take accountability for what has come through, and make sure you're handling your words in a mature fashion. It's like the communication. It's like, you know, you think about kids, you know, they express themselves in ways that they know how to, right? And it's almost like this energy is coming in, and where it's like, you could say, you know, as an adult, we would say, you hurt my feelings and this is why. Kids are like, you know, you're a jerk and I you know, I'm not going to be your friend anymore. That kind of thing. It's going to be about how you're expressing yourself at this time, how that communication is coming through, how you're expressing feeling left out, feeling lost. 2020 on the timer. You could be dealing with a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, a Taurus as well. Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus again. The Queen of Cups. I will also say you may have your eyes set on something of the past as well. There's a need to harmonize, and I think intuitively, I think that there is a desire to express some pain and some hurt. This Knight of Wands in the reverse, to me, is already a mature and fast moving, and it's like, to me, this is kind of slowing that down and looking at it and going, now what do I do? Now where do I go? Because whoever this is that you're dealing with has turned their back to you. They're not doing it anymore. They're off in a space of nurture. And I think I said earlier, maternal nurturing and stuff. You look at that Queen of Cups, she is the maternal nurturer. She is that feminine. She is the beauty. She is the carer. She is the giver. You may be angry because you feel like somebody is not giving of you anymore. They've taken some power or control back. They've also surrendered. I feel like there's a battle between you and someone else in this energy with the sun, and it's like things are being shown to you that it can be. It's almost like watching the rain dry up and the sun comes out and everything just becomes peaceful again. You know, we just had a storm this morning. It's making me think of that. Like, if you let the storm roll out and let everything settle back down, things will be better. But I do feel like there's a need of time and distance between you and a particular situation. If you give yourself that time and distance and that surrender, it will turn out for the better. Conclusion. There you are, Libra, King of Swords in the reversed. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, right? The King of Swords in the reverse, put it's very simple, is an asshole. No offense, Libra, I don't mean it in a mean way. But it's like, it can be emotionally controlling when I look at this Knight of Cups underneath. Trying to control those emotions, trying to bottle them up, trying to, it's like harboring. It's like a hurt inner child that feels that the world has turned their back to them. It truly is spirit trying to come in and make you feel something that's better than where you have been, and particularly the last 20 years is what spirit is saying. The last 20 years, you could have dealt with something 20 years ago that really created this bond of toxicity, essentially, with other people in your life, or a particular person or situation in your life. And spirit is trying to show you that these aspects with these maternal figures in your life, they need divine healing. It's time to release these instincts, or not even instincts, but to release this pain associated when it comes to feminine energy in your life. So it's a need to start anew. All right, what is this appreciation about? And check in for Libra in the month of September. There we go. All right. Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, Knight of Swords in the Strength card, the Four of Wands underneath. Libra, there's a lot of anger attached, this appreciation. There's a need for the appreciation. There's a need to check in with yourself about how you feel about your partnerships right now. We've got, Venus in retrograde. I feel like Spirit is saying there's a need to keep your mouth shut. You guys discern these messages and put them where they fit in your world. Again, this may not be you. This could be somebody else. Or, checking in, right? Self-check right now of where it is we're angry. But I feel like that you feel that opportunities have been lost. And that could be that bittersweet feeling. This could relate to kids and family situations as that breaks down to a 6. But it's the anger, and you're going to have to learn some self-mastery in that if you want cause for celebration, if you want things to come together, if you want to build new foundations. You know, we all struggle. I talked about that hangman energy. There it is. We've all struggled with what we do with our emotions when we're upset, right? Like, we're learning this emotional intelligence, this emotional vulnerability, the emotional awareness within us. And that hangman is asking you for that different perspective to step outside of that anger. I think that both people, whatever this situation is, Libra, both people have been triggered in different ways. And they both may pertain to maternal situations. But it is asking you to see it from a higher perspective, to stop letting the anger and aggression. I don't know, lately I see that hangman and I think about, like, if we were to hang upside down, the blood would rush to our head, our faces would turn beet red, we'd look awful, right? But it's like asking you to do this in a very different way. You know, I look at that hangman, his legs look like a 4. On the bottom, we've got the 4 of Wands. You will find happiness and celebratory energies around you if you see this differently at the end of the day, if you take a different approach. Just as, you know, I got when I was meditating before I opened up this reading. You cannot be happy in another situation when you have not healed the last one. Spirit said your reasoning and conditioning is what is holding you back. So let's see, Libra, what else? 6 of Swords. You keep going back to past hurts, past pain. The 7 of Pentacles. You know, planting seeds and not watching them develop. I feel like when this mental clarity comes in, Libra, you're dealing with an inner knowing on something. And for all of you, it's going to be different. This inner knowing that you have, it's very clear cut to you. But you walk away from it. You're walking away from this. There's like not the approach. You got the 4 of Cups, the 8 of Wands in the reverse, 10 of Swords in the reverse, the 8 of Cups, and the 2 of Swords in the reverse. To me, this is just, and I say this in the most loving way, like, I'm not here to beat you up, I'm here to help you, right? Always here to help and not hurt you or hinder you. There's a very fixated idea of what your celebratory 3 of Cups looks like. But then Spirit comes in with this other offer of this 4, right? A different opportunity, a different option, and you're not seeing it. It's fixated on the past of what used to be. This is not what's used to be. You're moving from that 3, right? You're celebrating. You're surrounded by people that are great. You're feeling good. You're living good. But then you move through, you know, the cycles of the deck, right? Spirit comes in and says, okay, this party is over. Now we need you to see this differently. That need for a different perspective. They're offering this to you. Spirit is giving this to you and you're refusing to see it. Even though intuitively I'm going, there's an innate knowing, right? Shutting it down, slowing things down, slowing down your progress because of the past hurt. It's reliving, recycling, ruminating on this energy. And to me, with this 8 of Cups, you're not walking away from it. Even though that 8 of Cups is there, there's that intuitive knowing, there's that clarity that you know where this is stemming from. And you're not willing to deal with it right now. You're torn between that sun and that moon. That sun and the moon stand out to me. I'm aware of the enlightenment of knowing, right? What the sun lights up and illuminates for us. But then I see that moon and it's stepping back into those hidden emotions. There's really a battle in the ego of to let it go or to stay in it. And Spirit is asking you to let it go. That it is time to move forward and move on from this situation. Libra. You are forever, if you can let go of this conflict, you're going to discover your happiness. It's right there. I don't choose sides, I take a stand. Encountering conflicts. Be aware of it. Discovering happiness. I forgot what the first word was. I allow myself to be content exactly as I am. 29-29, it's 11-11. Spirit is protecting you. Spirit is there for you. Spirit is trying to guide you. But you have to see past where you've been. You have to trust that what Spirit is offering you. And it may feel to you like right now, too, with that 8 of Wands in the reverse, that it's just happening so slowly for you. But there also has to be that surrender. And I think if you can surrender to this, surrender to whatever situation or people you're dealing with, it comes in, it will pick up, you will see changes, but you're slowing down your own progress at this time. Very important energy. Ground yourself, Libra. Ground yourself and open yourself up. Spirit's telling me to get one more. Hold on a second. All right. On the Seven of Pentacles. What is the Seven of Pentacles, Spirit? The High Priestess. Trusting. 30-30 on the timer. Trusting. Knowing. Following that inner guidance. That is that check-in. That is that appreciation. It is a higher understanding. It is a higher knowledge. She sees through it all. And Spirit's helping you to see through how you're there. By letting go of the illusions, the lies, the deceit, the pain. Talked about that Three of Cups. There it is. It didn't work. And I'm going to say this to you too. If you are currently investing into something, again, Venus retrograde, right? It's a review of our relationships and our partnerships. If you are hanging on to something from the past, and there has been lies, deceit, deception, you know, rose-colored glasses, whatever you want to call it from the past, the shit's coming out now. And that can be part of that Tower moment. It's an awareness. It's the need to know. The High Priestess, you could be dealing with somebody that knows and isn't saying anything right now too. So you really need to pay attention to that. All right, Spirit, advice for Libra. Advice for Libra, please. This is the Kuan Yin deck. I love this deck. It's beautiful. Libra, I'm sorry for the ass beating this morning. I really, truly am. But know that this is for your higher good. So I love you guys. You know, like, I want you to do well, want you to be well. There's that empath in me, understanding what this is like. But trust and know that the messages, and Spirit just said there's a message in this. The whole thing may not resonate, but there is a message in this reading for all of you. Daughter of the Phoenix, when the soul is ready to spread its wings, it goes through a deep cleansing and a preparation for the new. Like the phoenix that is baptized through celestial fire to be born anew, you are going through such a phase of heavenly purification, preparation, and initiation. Soon after, you will enjoy greater spiritual peace, divine power, and advancement on your divine life path. Sums it up. You've got to let go. You've got to break free. You've got to surrender. You've got to check in with the higher self. Because they're there working on your behalf, even if you don't think it is. If you can let go and just release, I think that you're going to find that there's a lot more harmony in your life. Like, I think you're hanging on to the way the Three of Cups used to be. Spirit's trying to show you that different way. That Four of Cups is so profound in your reading for me. That you can go back to that celebratory energy, but you're going to have to do the work the whole way to the 10. And once you do, you're going to discover, Spirit is saying, a whole new self that is renewed in faith. So, Libra, very long message, longer than usual. I'm going to leave it there. I'm wishing you guys all the best in September. I hope to get some more videos out to you soon. Take care of yourselves. If you found this video resonated for you, please hit that like, share, subscribe. Feel free to comment as well. If you guys are interested in personal readings, again, that is available and open. You can check that information out in the description box below, as well as the About section of the page. Or you can visit me at, sorry, my neck is stiff. Visit me at holisticallyzenwv.com for a full list of products and services that I offer. So I'm sending you guys all my love. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.